friend zone. All right, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. How are we all doing? I am live this hour simply because of my today's activities. Please, if you come across this video, I expect you to like the video and share it to many platforms of your choice. Don't hesitate to do the needful. So we are here this hour to go through a press release from DPM. That's a story that I attached to it. That's why I am here streaming live. I would have recorded it, but I felt like it's going to be a long video, so I don't want to keep it long. I may not spend a long time here as well, but when you compare the time that I'm going to spend, that I would have spent recording it, and the time I will spend here, if I use that time to record this video, it will be very long. So I felt like let me just come live and air my opinion on that, because many of us don't know that sometimes when you hear stories about somebody, you may think that that person is just maybe a bad news about a person. Some of us actually, kind of fall to that. But when you encounter something, when you encounter what that person is doing and how the person is engaging other people, you will not know the truth. Rumor or lies can fly like a wildfire, and they can go as far as destroying somebody's image beyond repair. In fact, what you hear about some people can make you know that, in fact, you may not even trust that person at all. But in natural sense, that person is doing something very, very, very good. So, like I said, I'm here this hour to share a little kind of my own encounter, my own experience in some of those things that are flying out. Please, if you come across the video, if you're watching live, I actually expect you to hit that button and of course share it to many platforms of your choice. In fact, you know what? I will try my best to share, then I'll come back on the comment section because I can see some of us are already on comment. Just give me time. Let me see what I can do to just to bypass this, and I will get back to you in a short while. Please don't go anywhere. We are still here. We're just starting.
People as well in regards the last video I made, because I get to discover that when I talk about the issue of Nigeria, they are not quite much interested in that. So I tend to wonder, are these people fake columnists just like the government has painted them, or are they actually saying reality? But don't just put that everything on me. I like seeing things for myself before I establish a mindset. And if I must tell you the truth, I have actually seen the reality, and the reality is the fact that with the present reality of Nigeria at the moment, I am telling you, the delusion of one Nigeria is going to remain nothing but a mirage, nothing but a scam, a collection of an adventure that is all about annihilating people that doesn't have voice and actually promoting people that by virtue of their restless prig have actually succeeded in producing children that are going to remain a disaster, not just to this present generation, but to the next generation. And in that regards now, in short, let me tell you something. If I'm even to be unalive, or if I'm even to be no more today, I am telling you, I'm putting this as a wish. I will prefer to be buried in Igbo land. And in that regards now, I am telling you my solidarity in regards the concept of dissolving this scam, this adventure that is all about annihilating people that they perceive that by virtue of population they are non-entities. I am telling you. And in this regards, together is either we buy all for this thing, or at the end of the day, the right thing must be done. My apologies to you as well, but let's forge ahead. Let's forge ahead. I am telling you, at this point in time, I've established a mindset. I don't care any idiot that is talking about everything. Give Yoruba man his part, or regionalize it. Give Igbo man his part. And in regards the concept of the not entirely, the North must be deconstructed on the virtue of referendum. I am telling you, if there must be peace in this country, sincerely speaking, and that is the reality. Once bitten, twice shy. You can't fool me for life. I'm telling you, now my eyes are open.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So, like I said, do me a favor, share this video to many platforms of your choice, and we are going to start without wasting much time. So, I was saying something. I was telling us about what I noticed. Okay, we have Dixon is here with us in Biafra. We stand, he said, and Mike, I see you. He said, God. What do you mean by God? Just like that. Good afternoon, Mazi. Good afternoon to you, Oliver also. I greet you. And good morning from here, Mazi Kai. Good morning to you. All right, like I said, I am not going to waste much time. I hope that this video comes to you in a good faith. So because I notice that many people are lying, cooking up stories. You know, anybody that has served with the USB government, each time they want to go, they will come with this news that, oh, they are collecting money without using the money to do this and do that. Oh, we did not get enough money to do what you're supposed to do. Oh, where is the money is going? Oh, why is the money not getting to where it's supposed to go? Oh, tell Biafrans what you have done with the money. I don't know if you're following what I'm saying, because it's not what first time, it's not second, it's not third. I've been seeing this, and I was like, when will it stop? Now, DPM made a post. In that post, she says something. She talked about people that have been in detention. In fact, according to the headline, that those ones they are the one that made a kind of the post requesting a kind of their own opinion, and their own opinion and what they said. Before we go to that post, let me just remind you that before now, I used to see people that claim this and claim that, saying that, oh, the money they are misusing, she's not using the money to do something, she's not using the money to do this and do that, the money has been used wrongly, the money is this, the money is that. Some even went as far as saying that she don't care about how to release people in the prison. And honestly, but there's one thing that happened, and somehow it happened. I kind of know about it a little bit. And what is that thing? I'm gonna share my story now before any other thing. Somebody posted a video on WhatsApp group. Understand me? She did not send it to me directly, and the person is not a member of cabinet. He's just a Biafran like all of us. In WhatsApp, where my number happened to be in that WhatsApp group, although I'm no longer there in the WhatsApp group. And I saw this post. I saw the post. When I saw the post, it looked like what border, like something like with local image, maybe a deity or maybe artifice, like all this artwork, like Asian artwork, something like that. I was thinking that is maybe pistol, maybe Asian pistol, or something like that, something in that regard. I zoomed it. I could not understand it. Then I reached out to her. I said, "What is this?" She laughed. I said, how can you ask me? Can't you see that? I said, no, it's confusing from my end. What is? I don't know. He said that no, Okumad behind now. I was like, are you serious? What happened? Say, my brother. And so we see him. This is one of our brother from Imo State. That he was captured on his way going home, something like that. and tagged ESN member or Biafrans, Biafran people, something like that. My brothers, my sister, they tortured this guy to the extent that his leg, I could not recognize the leg. Just hear me out. They beat the hell out of that guy and detained him for years. I think he spent I can't remember the duration of time he spent a very long time there. And this thing happened when PM Saminekpa was, I think, 2022 or 2021. You know, that 2021, after the arrest of Mas Namarkan, a lot of people suffered. Like if you go to Amnesty International, you see some posts, pictures of people, and the caption would be, "Oh, this person was in his house, armed men, suspected to be DSS, barged into their door, begin to knock and all that, and break through the door, and took away the man in presence of his children." That kind of thing. And until today, nobody knows where his whereabouts. The family have reached out to have checked all the police stations nearby, and they could not see. His name is not recorded in all this police station. They are looking for the person and they'll be looking for the body. This happened 2021. In fact, a lot of people passed through this thing I'm telling you now. Now, passing through those things without anybody giving account. Peter, I see you. Peter, I see you. He said, "Ndewo to you. Ndewo to you. You're welcome." That is Peter. I see you. Please do me a favor. Make sure you like the video. Click on the like button. Now, when this thing happened, that this guy also was captured the same way that the same regular news that we used to read in Amnesty International platform. I said, okay, let me know where this thing is going. I asked her, so what happened? How did he not come out? He said after some time he came out, then he went to hospital to treat himself. It happened that the leg is already decaying from inside. If you zoom the picture, because I later requested for more pictures. I was thinking that it's just one part, The one of the leg is already like, you can see the bone inside his leg. I'm not talking about his maybe his one of his toes. No, I'm talking about leg from his nail down. The entire part of that leg is nothing to write home about. He can't even walk. This is a young guy. They tortured him to that extent. And the other leg, was affected too, but this one is decaying. The other one is very painful, and we know that kind of thing. Guess what? No money to treat himself. Nobody. And it seems like his only son, because the mother also was complaining. Why I'm telling you this thing, because after everything, I was like, hey, this is so bad. Then I call somebody that normally come to our platform and ask, are you aware that people are passing through this thing? He said, who? I sent the picture. He told me, no, I cannot watch it. This picture is too horrible to watch. I would have just show you here, but believe me, if I share that picture here, it's going to affect us in a very bad way. Then I said, okay, is there anything you can say about it? Because the owner of the guy in question cannot even he's looking for a way to even feed himself. The parent couldn't do anything. Everything is just like. Then after some time, he reached out to USB government and told them about this. I'm just telling you, because when you hear humanitarian fundraising, you understand, because many of them are asking questions and this and that and that. After everything, the government raised money. In fact, they asked the guy, okay, have you been to hospital? Yes. Who are you actually? The guy introduced himself. What do you do? He said what he's doing. Okay. Are you aware that what happened to you can lead to your leg being cut off? He said yes. He said, what? In fact, that he went to hospital some time ago when he sold, I think, his land. just sold one of their properties, trying to see what they can do. That the hospital told him that this your leg is already cancerous. When I hear that one, it shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. When I hear the one, I told him, my brother, you need to pray because cancer, that one is a different story. Chukwuemeka, I greet you, Chukwuemeka Mazaka, and there, my brother, he said, and there, my brother, this is just one out of many, brother. So many things happen and still happening. Okay, and Mike, what did you say? Good morning. Okay, I think I've seen your message before. Okay, just keep your comment coming in case if you are just joining us. We are live and direct trying to explain things. We're actually learning foundation of what we are here to do. Now, this guy went because US government asked him, okay, go to hospital again. Look for a good. If I'm not going to be just a few weeks now, no. Go to look for hospital again, and it should be a month plus now, but it's still ongoing because the guy say receiving his medication. Go to hospital again and let us know what the doctor said. He went to hospital, and what they charge is they charge him 1.8. They said 1.8 million. In that 1.8 million that they charged, where would the money come from? Where will it come from? And is it 1.8 or 2 million? I've forgotten. But they said deposit is 800,000. 800,000 naira. Of course, government released that money instant. Remember, this guy is not working as army or security. No. Are you following? He's not working. He's not doing anything under USB government. Just that he's a Biafran that received persecution from Nigerian state. The leg is like, if you see it, if someone say they poured him acid, you agree. That is how bad. That is how bad. They tortured him to the extent that the guy cannot even do it. He barely walk. Somebody's son. And he's a very young guy. I think his guy is maybe in his 20s. US government released that money instant. Remember, I'm not an insider. My point is that I saw this thing, I raised an alarm. I said, wow. Because I know the US government, the fundraising direction is called humanitarian fundraising. Why am I saying this? Because I've seen so many people that once they are tired, they will go out and start creating stories. Oh, this and that is not the truth. The truth is that US government don't have that channel to always broadcast. For instance, if let me tell you, if they bring that guy like Ogenkere at the group to even make more money, they can use that guy's situation and make more money and treat that guy and settle that guy and make that guy happy. You know what I mean? And keep some of the money for future use. But they don't, because they're not thinking about money. That is the reason why people are undermining what they're doing. A lot of people are undermining what US government are doing. After this now, they're talking about kind of report, they're paying you. This is my own experience, okay? I asked them what happened to this guy, because why I asked, I wanted to know if the guy is a criminal or maybe he's involved in any crime. But after investigation, no, he's just a victim, like what our brother said, that many people are facing the same persecution, and his leg is condemned. The first hospital said the leg is already cancerous, but glory be to God, another hospital agreed to offer treatment on his leg, and they charged to deposit. They said to deposit 800,000 first. US government did not, drag anything. They paid that money, and that guy have been in first theater. They have carried out, first test. But they have to get some part of the body to pass the leg and all that. As I'm talking to you now, he will go back to hospital this week or next week to know the result, if the leg is really cancerous or anything, because it's very, very bad. Why is it that bad? Because nobody asked or cared for that person. Makandi Nebugada code, this is part of it. What I don't know is the state where they captured and tortured him like that. There's nothing, the injury is not bullet. Okay, guys, now by no, no. It is just torture inside detention for being an Igbo man. Then who is the person taking responsibilities? USB. They are the one that, if you like, if you doubt, I may call the guy. For those of you, if anybody that doubts, please let me know. I don't mind. Maybe he may not pick up now. Maybe in our next program, I will play him. I will bring him on. You cannot hear from him. All this thing goes to what I was saying. You cannot just overlook what USB government are doing simply because your mindset is channeled to something else, or because you drive joy in criticizing government when you know they are doing something good. Because some may see the write-up of this write-up of DPM and say it's just another story. It's not. Like I said, I said it before. They don't know how to blow their trumpet. If they do, they know, but they don't have time. They see it as a kind of something that is immaterial. It doesn't matter. You don't. There's no need to do that. If you want to believe, you believe. Chukwuemeka said, Mazekai Ndewo, my brother, this is just one of, okay, that's what your first message I appreciate. Good afternoon, brother. That is Kashmir. He said, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, everyone. That is from Frank. I see you, Frank. And Joseph. Joseph said, Mazekai, good afternoon to you. Good boy. What did you say? Nothing. Just thumb up. Okay, please like the video. In case if you are just watching us, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Then the person now, the guy that I was talking about, I hope he will be okay. I just hope everything will be all right, because it is not easy. It is not easy at all. A lot can happen to you without you knowing. Now I want to present to you the write-up from DPM. And let's go through that write-up, because it has to do with what I just told you. It has to do with it. Okay, here we are. Just a moment. Where's my sound? All right, so this is from the office of DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, and she made this publication on 8th, being yesterday, 8th of April 2026. I have to expand this the way you yourself can also take a look at it and read along. So let me go to the base. Okay. So he said, press release, April 8th, 2026. Even while in captivity, we are resolute. Even while we are in captivity, we are resolute. I think the sound is much. Should I just drop the sound? Let me drop it, because it may be difficult for you to hear what I'm reading. Okay. Even while in captivity, we are resolute. Letter from Biafrans incarcerated by Nigerian President Tinubu, Fubara, that is from Governor of River State, Christopher Musa, Charles Soludo Oti Mba, also Demma at Port Harcourt Prison in Biafran territory. Read letter. Our humanitarian fundraising are for the thousands of innocent Biafrans, such as this, locked up in jail across Nigerian and Biafran territory. We will never abandon any Biafran freedom fighter as long as we have the resource to help. Biafrans, please continue to donate to our government. Nigeria must go. Because of this is the reason why I have to share this my story with you. Ordinarily, I did not plan to share, but after seeing this write-up, this post from DPM, I felt that it will be nice to discuss it. It will be good to discuss it. Because many people, like people giving you false hope, fake news, it is common. It is very, very common. Just to make sure that they rubbish the government, they run it down, because it has been the wish of those who claim that their position was, has been taken away from them. Oh, I am honorable. How can you take away my honorable now? I participated. I don't need to stop now. Why must you replace me? If you replace me, I will make the government ungovernable. I will do everything to destroy your government. I will do everything to make sure that nobody trusts you, nobody loves you. Some people are like that. After saying that, after saying this, they'll still go out and begin to work towards that which they said, and trying their best to make it look like, oh, everything is about them. It's not about you. It's not about you. They will still come back again and mock you. Oh, you guys don't receive any donation anymore, without minding the reason and the purpose of the donation. People that I need are actually the people that you are punishing, thinking that you are punishing the government or COS. Like the story that I told you now, these are people who are looking for a way to even feed themselves, and the member of the family encountered this kind of thing. Is it his fault? That's a story for another day. The office of the governor of Iwuroha is in USBG, United States of Biafra government, 8th April 2026. The DPMCOS of USBG, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, Her Excellency DPM of USBG, I thank you for your good and marvelous job as you have been doing in our nation, USB. I'm happy to inform you that many able men and women citizens of USB that has been abducted for years by IPOB Nigeria, are you getting it now? Today are extremely happy for you and the USB government, even to Iwuroha State USBG, for remembering them again, because they thought they are dead. They thought they are dead. These able men and women, over 2,500 in numbers, are you following? They get over 2,500 in numbers, which the Zoo Nigerian held captive in Prison Correction Center in Port Harcourt, Old River State, has vowed to stand with USBG under you and the Iwuroha State government. I hope because sometimes after helping somebody, the person will not turn around and see you as the enemy. Like what happened? What is going on? Not even happen. What is going on between Showore and Udele? Showore sacrificed everything, put his effort and everything to free Udele. Today, Showore is now, a kind of useless in the eyes and the presence of Udele. A guy that nobody cared about. He was rotting in jail. Showore went in, step up and free him today. So he's now talking about how he had opportunity to even assassinate him, and out of pity, this life. Sometimes I hope that those ones they release now are not going to be a problem to USB government, because that is what is trending. After helping somebody, they will turn around you. Like the one I told you now is part of my advice to him. You don't just buy the figure that fed you. Nobody. What happened to you is nobody's fault. It's actually the Nigerian state that happened to anybody, and nobody's praying for that kind to happen to them because they don't investigate, they don't ask any question. They saw him, stop him, and take him away. And after sometimes, his people notice where he is, and after much torture and persecution, he later was released, and the injury cannot just let go because that injury needs a serious attention. And nobody helped him on that. The only USB government stepped in and started helping. Okay. Now he said, the hope of these people and those outside are upon the USB government and her office for total freedom. No be lie. Please, Her Excellency, as the governor of the state of Uroha, I request that you should do everything under your office to help me get all contacts, both national and international government companies support that can enable me and the state to get both physically and financially by having engagement agreements through our God's given resources in our land, Iroha, because we have many oil and gas, etc., that can take good care of these people. That is, Governor is requesting this. The money you gave us has brought back great joy and hope to them, and they are praying for you and USBG in general. Therefore, the citizens and government of Uroha has promised to stand with your government to build the state and to build the state and USB. Any nation in the world that are willing and ready to support us to be free from this evil zoo, Nigeria, we are ever ready to engage with them. It has to be done fast. It has to be done fast this 2026 because we are not ready to let the zoo to conduct any election in USB anymore. We need to use what God has given to us to get what we need. I'm waiting for the people you promised to send to come and see us. I also suggested that your office should engage with USA, Russia, Burkina Faso, Israel government, etc. for our total freedom in few months from now. Agreed with them, use our God's given blessing in all USB land to achieve that. The Uroha state and I believed other 40 state governors of USB will stand by you. The suffering of our people are much, and our government have to act faster to save them. As you know, this evil DSS held me and the media director for 5 to 3 months. For 3 to 5 months, I believe, respectively, even wanted us dead, but God said no to them. Please, I want to know how far our government has reached, what plans on ground. This will help me know what to do. May God be with you always. Thanks. Signed, Governor Iwara State, J.A.A. Okay. Now, I remember President Tinubu buried Jerry's mother. Remember President Tinubu buried Jerry's mother few months ago using his military in Biafran territory, headed by Chinasa Eguato. Is his name Chinasa? I think Chinasa is okay, headed by Chinasa Eguato, aka Chinasa Eguato, aka Ikenga Urago. And the DOS who kidnapped another Biafran woman last week. What goes around comes around. The USB government will protect its people and territory. And that is write-up that Ura State, made. Then, like I told us, you cannot just join any group telling you, asking you, oh, where's the money? You guys are donating money every now and then. The money is being spent something else. You don't know, and you as the government don't own any explanation to you. I have never doubted until I stumble on a picture, which I told you already. A picture that I could not even recognize that this picture is somebody's, a human being leg, like somebody's leg. Justin, I greet you, my brother. You are here. I see you. Ndewo Masakai, Ndewo, my brother. And then we have, who again is Oyekachi. Before Oyekachi, we have, let me greet my people in the comment section though. Let me call you Aloy. Ezago Aloy. He said, our beloved brother, God Almighty will always bless and protect you for Biafra. He said, Mazakai, good afternoon. Well done. God bless you for your good broadcast and updates. You are making a lot of impact in Biafra struggle history. We remember you. Regards to our DPM. I hear you. Regards to our DPM. We are sending your shout out and greetings. Chukwu Emeka said, God bless USB. God bless our DPM. Orabueze. We know the truth when we see one. Okay, Mama, you are light of Biafra. Carry go, we move. If you see the speed, they'll come for that guy rescue. In fact, this your comment is pushing me to say more, but just hold on. Just hold on. Good afternoon, Mr. Kai Reports. Thank you for your good job for the Biafra, and thank you so much. Who was that? Your name is. Let me see if I can figure out your name. Tony Martins Wanko. Tony Martins Wanko. These are email address. I have to try my best to separate the words to the alphabet to see if it can make any meaning. And my brother Ekwem Justin said, "Ndewo Mazakai. Ndewo to you, my brother. Your name is actually very, very regular to me, so I was able to recognize you." So, for those of you that are just joining us, this is updates from Office of DPM. And this update, in this update, we are trying to remind our people something. I'm not going to waste much time here, so don't worry. I will end very, very soon. This update, I want everybody to listen, to understand, because people will sneak in and corrupt your mindset and tell you that you are donating money for nothing. Do you know why they are telling you that? They want you to run the government for nothing. Why? Because they think they are not involved. They think that this is a challenge, and it's annoying that somebody who don't have anything to launch, like any arsenal to achieve what he or she wants. He or she depends on you to make sure that he corrupts your mind so that you are not going to fund or support the government. Supporting it is to support those less privileged, those victims. It's not, when you hear DPM talking about it, some people think it's just a political statement. It's not. Imagine me. I'm not in the government, neither am I holding any post for the government. But I came across a video of somebody. That picture was, nobody even, it's not as if somebody complained to me. I just saw it and asked, what happened? What is this? They said there is somebody's leg, a rotten leg, a leg that you can see bone, the bone of the owner of the leg. And I asked what happened to the person. They said that the guy was tortured by Nigerian security forces and detained him for a very long time, of course. For a very long time. Now, can I go get the mask number? They can catch this guy. Bullion also not that. You look like IPOB member. That kind of thing. Without holding knife, he was not holding anything. And they tortured him to the extent that his leg is being condemned. He can't even walk. He tried native medicine for where he tried based on his own capacity though. Maybe he went to chemist shop or pharmaceutical shop, I don't know. But at the end of the day, he was unable to treat that leg, and that leg began to rot, begin to decay, begin to get more bad. To the extent that one of the hospital has already pronounced it cancerous, that is cancerous. And he keep on applying medicine as a young guy, and all that. What did he do? He just go back home and start waiting for his time to buy, nothing more, nothing to do. At the same time, I go and because he cannot work and he cannot bake forever. Some Biafrans that knows his story, according to what he told me, started sending little things, talking to him and all that. Me, I don't have money to give you. All I did, I said, okay, let me ask people that I know that know government to see what they can do to help him, at least to receive treatment. Not that he's working for USB government and something happened to him, because it's not as if he's in USB army or USB police or anything. No. The guy has nothing to do with USB government. Not that he's a Biafran. Upon seeing the picture, the government has requested his account instanta to treat him, because they have seen that this thing is true. It takes them 3 days to investigate, to make sure that the guy did not go out to commit a crime, or he's you know what I mean. They ask him questions to the extent that they ask even his father, his household, and everything. They find out who the guy is, and the guy, everything the guy told the person that sent the picture in the first place, he repeated it to me. Then when I connect him to the person that know the government, he also said the same thing without changing words. The government have to call, call governor of from where he come from to do the investigation, and everything confirmed. Then the government now start his treatment. That is humanitarian we are talking about. So when you see raising money, fundraising, don't see it as if somebody say, oh, you are paying money to commit a crime. It's not true. It's not true. You don't know the life that you are saving. You don't know, what you are preventing. You don't know what you are preventing. You don't know what you are preventing. But some of these gangsters will come out and begin to tell you that she's sending that money to Jigawa. Oh, she's sending it to Yola. Oh, she's sending it to Meduguri. She's supporting Fulani people. Do you know the money is not even enough to support people, injured people in Anambra alone? It's not even enough to support people in Enugu alone, let alone the 5 states. Now bring it to Jigawa. When that one did not sell very well, they cooked up another story. They started telling you, oh, these people, Ngozi is one buying people. Okay, since you said that she's buying people, yes. You said that she's working against the US government. Yeah, she's working against Biafra. Yes. Can you bring evidence? They will tell you, don't want to end up. I'm coming. When I come, you see. When I come, you see. They will never ever be straightforward to tell you that which they claim they know. They will not do that. Why do you think they are doing that? They are doing that because they know that many of our people are gullible. You can they are relying on you not to do what you're supposed to do for them to prove a point to the government that they know that this government is genuine. But the problem is that because the government did not do that which they want the government to do, and no government in this world will survive by allowing everybody to talk and just talk and the government will follow. No government is built like that. It's not possible. When you look at what they're actually requesting from the government, it's actually their personal gain, not your own gain. It's not of your interest. It is not of your interest. And because they know that it's not of your interest, they will go as far as making you believe that it's of your interest by lying. Without being exposing them like this, some of us will believe that, oh, the money is being spent to support Jigawa people. Oh, the money. It is not true. my own story now to you. What I'm telling you, I'm not saying something that is in the blue, in the moon. And remember, I have never for once say hello to DPM. I have never for once say hello to FAMD. What do I mean by saying hello? We have never communicated. I don't have her number. She never called me. Not message. I have never called her, not even a message. But my own finding from WhatsApp, this WhatsApp group, the WhatsApp group that I'm talking about, where they posted the picture, does not belong to USB. Okay, guys, they just set you up. Listen, if you doubt me, genuinely bring somebody that maybe went for protest or holding Biafran flag and something happened to the person. Bring that person bring his case forward to USB government and see what will happen. Because if they can do that for me, you see, they're not going to do that for. They will do it also for you. They will do it for you. And if you are one of those that drive joy in line to deceive our people, just because you want to see USB government begging for money to carry out the good work and all that, that's your own job, that's your own agitation. You're agitating against fund. You're agitating against, taking care of victims of, Nigerian state. It's not good though. I'm just bearing to you. It's not good. What you're actually doing is just like you are driving a car and an ambulance is rushing somebody to hospital, and you chose not to shift or clear way for the ambulance to rush that person that is rushing to hospital. You are just blocking. You are trying to cause hold up so that the person in the ambulance will buy. One day it may be your turn. It's not a cause. It's actually a kind of a wake-up call for you to adjust your attitude. Adjust your attitude, because you get nothing from that. Let me see if I can, if the guy will pick up. Just a moment. Let me see if he can pick up. I did not tell him that I'm gonna call. Okay, let me see because there's no light. If he pick the call, I'm not gonna tell him that he's on air. Although it's not ringing yet. It's not ringing yet. Okay. It's not ringing. Maybe he did not charge his phone. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I will send some of this in my WhatsApp so you can go there and see. You can go there and just see. No. I'm not gonna say this one has his picture there. I don't need to put his picture outside there. I don't need to. Anyway, what am I trying to tell you? Avoid this kind of lies. If you're one of those that are peddling those kind of lies against Biafrans, because you end up being a victim like one of them one day. It is not good. Stay away from that kind of lifestyle. Stay away from that. Just a moment. I will be right back.
As well, in regards the last video I made, because I get to discover that when I talk about the issue of Nigeria, they are not quite much interested in that. So I tend to wonder, are these people fake columnists just like the government has painted them, or are they actually saying reality? But don't just put that everything on me. I like seeing things for myself before I establish a mindset. And if I must tell you the truth, I have actually seen the reality. And the reality is the fact that with the present reality of Nigeria at the moment, I am telling you, the delusion of one Nigeria is going to remain nothing but a mirage, nothing but a scam, a collection of an adventure that is all about annihilating people that doesn't have voice and actually promoting people that by virtue of their restless streak have actually succeeded in producing children that are going to remain a disaster, not just to this present generation, but to the next generation. And in that regard, now, in short, let me tell you something. If I'm even to be unalive, or if I'm even to be no more today, I am telling you, I'm putting this as a wish. I will prefer to be buried in Igbo land. And in that regard, now,
I don't know why the voice is cracking. You know why I love this, the message of this guy? You know, many of us don't understand, but I'm gonna play it again and see if it's gonna play.
And my sincere apologies to the Igbo people as well in regards to the last video I made, because I get to discover that when I talk.
So let me drop it. Many of us don't understand what is going on in Nigeria. Many of us think that it's about you know, just create Biafra alone. Other minority ethnic groups actually relied on our people, and not relying because they cannot live. They can live, but the problem that faces the entire region requires strong determination and strong resistance. And that strong resistance can only come from one place. It can only come from Biafrans. It can only come from Igbo people. That's why I am always angry seeing people, you know, people from like Plateau people, Benue people, people from other non-Igbo tribe trying to attack Igbo people without actually knowing what you know, Igbo people represent. What is going on in Nigeria today is not a problem for Igbo people alone. But when you understand it, that is the only time, that's the only way you can do something about it. If you listen to this voice, this guy video, you understand very, very well what I'm trying to say. He said that his wish is that when after living on this earth, that he should be buried in Igbo land. Do you know what that means? He despises what is going on from, you know, in his part, where, you know, his own part, and he don't like to associate with that anymore. Now, for those of you that want our place to be like that place, newsflash, you're not going to succeed. Not only that, you're not going to succeed. You can never ever, you know, conquer another tribe. As you are making that attempt, you are going to fail woefully. Because God did not create us to be a subject to Fulani. You cannot bypass what God did not, you know, God cannot bypass God's creation and begin to create your own. No. We are not meant like that. He made a kind of a very simple confession. He antagonized Igbo people. Why are you not joining me each time I talk about Igbo? And he later realized the reason. He made this short video, literally begging and making his wish at the same time. Hear him again.
People as well in regards to the last video I made, because I get to discover that when I talk about the issue of Nigeria, they are not quite much interested in that. So I tend to wonder, are these people fit columnists just like the government has painted them, or are they actually say reality? But don't just put that everything on me. I like seeing things for myself.
I honestly, I don't know why the video is cracking. I don't like it. I don't like. Is it crack? Can someone confirm? Is it cracking from your end? Because from my end here, it's cracking. I removed it and bring it back. It's still cracking. Is it? Are you witnessing the same thing? Please confirm for me. Do you hear what the guy was saying? Comfort says what? Good afternoon, Mazakai. Thank you for your good work for the restoration of Biafra. God bless you. Thank you, Comfort. I see you. And Chi, the AK said, good afternoon, my Biafra. USB will stand. Okay, please, can somebody confirm? Were you able to hear what the guy was saying? Do you hear him? Was it clear on your end? Or is it from my end? Is the problem from here or is it for everybody? Let me play it again.
I get to discover that when I talk about the issue of Nigeria, they are not quite much interested in that. So I tend to wonder, are these people fake columnists just like the government has painted them, or are they actually saying reality? But don't just put that everything on me. I like seeing things for myself before I establish a mindset. And if I must tell you the truth, I have actually seen the reality, and the reality is the fact that with the present, the present reality of Nigeria at the moment, I am telling you.
Okay, let me restart. Let me just refresh. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, let me see if it will continue like that again. Let me just try my luck again because I don't want it to continue cracking and cracking. Doesn't make any sense to me. Let me see if it will be better.
Apologies to the Igbo people as well in regards to the last video I made, because I get to discover that when I talk about the issue of Nigeria, they are not quite much interested in that. So I tend to wonder, are these people fake columnists just like the government has painted them, or are they actually saying reality? But don't just put that everything on me. I like seeing things for myself before I establish a mindset. And if I must tell you the truth, I have actually seen the reality, and the reality is the fact that with the present reality of Nigeria at the moment, I am telling you, the delusion of one Nigeria is going to remain nothing but a mirage, nothing but a scam, a collection of an adventure that is all about annihilating people that doesn't have voice, and actually promoting people that by virtue of their restless prig have actually succeeded in producing children that are going to remain a disaster, not just to this present generation, but to the next generation. And in that regard, now, in short, let me tell you something. If I'm even to be unalive, or if I'm even to be no more today, I am telling you, I'm putting this as a wish. I will prefer to be buried in Igbo land. And in that regards now, I am telling you my solidarity in regards the concept of dissolving this scam, this adventure that is all about annihilating people that they perceive that by virtue of population they are non-entities. I am telling you. And in this regards, together is either we buy all for this thing, or at the end of the day, the right thing must be done. My apologies to you as well, but let's forge ahead. Let's forge ahead. I am telling you, at this point in time, I've established a mindset. I don't care any idiot that is talking about everything. Give Yoruba man his part, or regionalize it. Give Igbo man his part. And in regards the concept of the North entirely, the North must be deconstructed on the virtue of referendum. I am telling you, if there must be peace in this country, sincerely speaking, and that is the reality. Once bitten, twice shy. You can't fool me.
Now, do you know why his tones somehow changed? I like the guy. He's a very, he's very outspoken. But why his tones changed suddenly? He never agreed that Biafran is the, division is the way to go. Not that he don't know that truly that is what it is. But there's this fear that if we divide it, what will become of us as the Christian part of the North. Okay, now he's done offering other option. I've said it many times here. If you are in support of division of Nigeria, what is going on in Nigeria now, we actually give you that. You see, this insecurity, this bandit and Fulani agenda, Muslim agenda, that will finally break up Nigeria officially. And the breakup is not going to come where, some of us expect, or some of us are, that reason why some of us are fearful about it. That fear will go, and the reality will hit everybody. Now, in Nigeria, now the pastors are now advocating for people to acquire catapult and gravel to defend yourself. That's what is trending now. Defend yourself, defend yourself, defend yourself. Everybody is now saying defend yourself, defend yourself, because they are now seeing what people have been saying. The truth is not hitting ground and is sinking. Yes, Chike he played better now, but it's not perfect the way I expect it to be. And I know the reason why. After the live broadcast, I'm gonna do cleanup. I know why he's hanging. I realize it now, but it's way too late for me to do it now. I have to free this my PC. The system that I'm using, the gadget need to be freed. There's so many files that are here. I have to free it and save it to some places that is going to help the system to run perfectly. I think I filled it up with a lot of information. That is why it's causing the delay. There's nothing I can do. Maybe from time to time I may do the refresher just to refresh it, refresh it. Just to refresh it and keep it going. This is not the only thing I wanted to hear. Okay.
Tinubu is the modern day Afonja in Yoruba land, and he will destroy, because for his sake, the Yoruba race will be in a very serious mess unless they abandon that idiot now. I call him an idiot with every reason in the world. A fool, a certificate forging criminal, a drug pusher in Chicago. Go and do your research on Tinubu. A drug pusher, a kleptomaniac extraordinaire, a thief of unimaginable, a living rogue, a stealing machine. All of you were there during election. Bank bullion van that used to carry money went to his house. All the guys said, Jagabana must go. A thief. He's also a murderer. He was instrumental in the slaughter of young Nigerian youths.
I think Legi Govt, right?
Understand this morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. The first man to call for the division of Nigeria was a Yoruba man, Mr. Modiyu Adeniyi Oshinowo, and he was killed. Why? He said, if Pakistan can break away from India, if they can disgrace Awolowo the way they did, sooner or later they will be defecating on our heads. They will be using our head as a WC, as toilet. This man said this thing in 1960 as you were celebrating your useless flag independence. A Yoruba man, a visionary, Modiyu Adeniyi Oshinowo said, if we allow this nonsense to continue, they will come into our land and they will take it. And it's happening to you today. And Yoruba journalists is being that prescribed IPOB, prescribed our nation, our country. Zoological Republic of Nigeria, a Yoruba man. Let me use your term, secessionist. The foremost secessionist in Nigeria is a Yoruba man, Mr. Modiyu Adeniyi Oshinowo. I tweeted it. Go to my Twitter, you will see it there. Because you don't know history, you have no regard for knowledge and education. But here we educate you, we enlighten you, we bring to your understanding things that you would rather not know about. You run away from it, we bring it to your attention. Pakistan was with India, Bangladesh, all of them. Very soon Kashmir will be free. We are not one people. Why don't you get into your skull? Britain had all of them together as one country, as one India. They said, no, we are not together. They said to the white man, with due respect, we are not the same people. Hindus are different from Muslims. Pakistan is not the same as India. They left. Bangladesh left. Everybody on their own. And that is, of course, relative peace and quiet. You bring some vandals, some blood-sucking demons from the Sahel. You bring people who believe in monarchy, in bowing down before somebody. You bring Republicans from the East. You join them together as one country. Why don't you go bring Saudi Arabia and bring them into the United Kingdom and sell it to be one country? You see if you have peace one day in your life. All of you read the Bible, you don't know anything from it. You read the Quran, you don't know nothing from it. Funny enough, the Torah is also the Quran and also the Christian Bible. The same story everywhere. You are in the Quran, you claim you are Al-Majiri, you claim you are Janjaweed, you are in Islam, you go to Mecca, you come back. But in the same book you're reading, Abraham called the nephew Lot and said, if we continue to stay together, your cattle is expanding, mine is expanding, your household, one day there'll be a clash. The same way Nana having a clash between Fulani bandits and Eastern Security Network. Don't you have the Bible? Don't you open your Bible? All of you claim you're religious, isn't it? Those of you claiming one Nigeria, let's say they're seceding. I want you to please go and open your Bible. As foolish as you are, open your Bible, open your Quran this morning in the zoo. Open it. Abraham was related to Lot by blood. By blood. I said by blood. At the time, Abraham said to Lot, his own flesh and blood, if we continue to stay this way, your headsmen will clash with mine, and there'll be trouble and bad blood between us. In order to avoid it, please, you are my own brother, my own flesh and my own blood. Let me divide this land into two. You, first of all, take one, and I will take the other one, that peace may reign. It's in your Quran, isn't it? But you want one Nigeria. Can Nigeria really contain all of us? The answer is no, because Nigeria was created by Satanists, a demonic white man and a deranged, a drunkard, a deranged white.
That is all you do for you. The same man that Ike Kuragu is telling you that he's not educated, that Ike doesn't mean he's far better than him when it comes to education. Very, very funny. Now, I hear this. Just let's go. Let me read it at this time for you. This is a post made by 24/7 Igbo. Okay. 24/7 Igbo said, A Yoruba man is the one saying it, not us. They know the ingenuity of Igbo. They know we are special kind of people. They know Igbo determination and resilience has no match. They know they cannot do what we do effortlessly. Even the education, self, the Igbos have taken first on that too. And hear this.
I'm from the Yoruba tribe. In Nigeria, they will even say my tribe is lazy. Still, yes.
You have 3 degrees and 2 masters and you're lazy.
They will say my tribe is lazy because we are lazy because they say we are the ones that read. So an average person in Yoruba land will be educated because we like books. But when you see an Igbo guy, you better be ready because this guy is straight like an Israeli. Everything is pressure. They don't play. You open your shop at 7, an Igbo guy has opened at 5. You take your own to 5, the guy will give you 4:30. Do you know that in Nigeria, at 4:30 you can eat a hot cooked rice a.m. because the canteen has already opened. Business has started. And this woman, maybe she slept at 12, woke up at 4:30. Then you think, that's why they say we shout a lot. It's not because we shout, it's the pressure. The pressure of the system has made everybody to be so aggressive because everything is tested. Every bus you want to take, somebody else leads that bus to get to where it's going as fast as possible. So the road is clustered. Everywhere is pressure. If you go, you will see. You will see all those things happening. The dynamics. Everybody is fast. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to be the best, the next Dangote. So we have examples in your neighborhood. You have the richest guy. As you are looking at it, you're asking yourself a question: how did this guy get there? I need to be there. If I'm in music, that's why music in Nigeria. Just look at the music industry. That's why you can't sleep if you're singing. There are thousands of other guys also singing who have songs better than your song. You better bring in your A game, or you will be so irrelevant.
That is that. Do you know why I play this? The reason why they will criticize you as an Igbo man and also do everything possible to lobby you to stay because of this. They know. You think they don't know? They know. Now, the problem going on in Nigeria, which Master Kama highlighted, as far back as 2015, 14, 15, 16, reminded everybody that they are coming. It's going to be difficult. Don't expect miracle. There's no miracle until you yourself bring something to save your life. This is Hara Reporter, 15 hours ago. Watch Nigerian celebrity soldier who condemned Tinubu military leadership for frontline deaths detained for over 7 months. They detained him for over 7 months. This soldier. Now hear this.
Celebrity soldier. In case you don't know me before, you could know me today. Because my mommy won't say the devil way you know it better pass the angel way you don't know. Ladies and gentlemen of the Nigerian Armed Forces, please make una stand up. Arise. Something fishy is going down deeply. We will not know. Let us know. If not to drop the color for them, we'll drop and we'll go back, carry cutlass, protect our family. They see need us for us. They love us. Maybe say first we don't need us to just carry us the cats, money for your pocket only. When children they abroad they go school. Our family carry our children come put to for this work, made them do me, I don't tire. We're waiting now. They keep us, and I know the feet of now stone will be having a firewood. I mean that because they don't ever touch on our children. No, I go reach now, I go touch now. You go reach to everybody will stand up fight for himself. I come as I tell you this one boldly. Everybody ready to fight Kala for himself. Everybody ready to fight Kala for yourself and fight. I cannot save the country anymore. I don't feel save the nation again. I don't even think whether we get president. Is our president alive? Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please, what is happening now? They are killing the Nigerian soldiers. I even say you didn't see so. You see the killing so. You see what happen for your country. They kill you, they travel. You get patient, you get conscience so. I'm going to touch you, I'm going to reach you. Continue to the one. Continue. No be the vote you put, baby. No, I'll continue. We're good. Man, mounts.
Now, this video puts him in detention for 7 months. They seized him for saying the truth. They take him away for saying the truth. All this thing is just a beginning. You cannot just pretend that you don't see all those things. You cannot just pretend. For how long are you going to pretend, though? For how long are you going to pretend that what they are saying is not happening? Is that what they're trying to tell me? That means you are not just a liar, you are a deceiver. You are lying to yourself because the truth is everywhere. Now, the question is, what must you do now to stop this? What is your hope? What is your hope? What do you think that you're going to stop this? If you actually know who you are and what you can do, if you can see from the other side of the story, you agree with me that people are holding you down, pretending that they don't know what is going on. Anyway, I promise not to spend much time here, so I'm gonna wind down now. We're gonna wind down now. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. We may come back, but that's gonna be later if time permits us. Please don't forget to like the video, share it to many platforms of your choice. Very, very important that you do so. God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now. Take care.